with that, let's get to our next segment. Music Nerd is the name of this segment, and I'm about to share the knowledge I have about music with all of our listeners. So today, as the first chapter of Music Nerd, I thought of what to teach you guys, but I'm going to take it easy with the first one. I'm going to teach you guys something very easy, which is room acoustics. It's absolutely important, especially if you're listening to music through a set of speakers. So, acoustics are simply how sound behave in a space. Well, are you guys following me so far? The same speaker can sound completely different in a bedroom or in a car or in a concert hall. And that's because sound waves bounce off walls, floors, and ceilings. And it depends on what kind of materials those are made out of, right? So I assume you guys most of the time listen to music in a small room. There is 3 major issues to consider. The first one is the echo, which is sound bouncing back clearly after a short delay, mostly caused by the walls. And the second one is reverb, reflections blending together, making things muddy. And the third one is standing waves. Some bass notes sounding too loud, others disappearing, it creates this frequency dip, and even some bumps in some part. And that's why studios use acoustic panels, bass traps, and diffusers to bounce off unnecessary sounds. And this helps control the reflections to the sound so you hear more accurately. And one simple step if you're experiencing one of these problems in your listening environment is by using speaker stabilizer. If your speakers sit directly on top of a desk or it could be on top of a shelf, the surface vibrates, right? And it creates this muddy sound that kind of blurs out the low end until the mid-range. So by putting isolators or what I call stabilizers, could be foam pads or some other things. You can even put blankets to reduce the amount of vibration it creates. You reduce those vibration and the result is cleaner bass and more center focused mid-range. So try that yourself right now, guys. Try to put something underneath the speakers. It doesn't necessarily have to be stabilizers because most of them, the professional grade ones, are usually very expensive. So try out with something more cheaper material to one. It's gonna make a whole lot difference in your listening environment. Anyway, with that, if you guys have any questions to ask, then please let me know during the next song break. I'm going to try to cover the questions from now on. So the takeaway for today's question is, it's not just the speaker that matters. Of course it matters. The pricier, the better they sound. But also the room and how the speaker is placed in it. Well, about speaker placement, we're going to talk all about it in other episode of Music Nerd. So look forward to it. There's way too much thing to cover about that issue. Now, we're gonna take a short song break and come back with your questions, beginning with Griot with 그대로일 테니. Since it'll remain the same, I assume, as the English name, featuring Gist and 한요한. The second one is from 주혜린 with Busy Boy. Enjoy!
기다릴 수 있어 너라면 복잡하다면 망설이지 마 나만큼은 그대로일 테니
아리랑 Radio.
Are you a fan of Korean culture? Stay in the loop with the freshest K-pop and the latest from Korea. This is your host, Samuel Hall, and you are listening to Radius. Welcome back. Previous songs we had Griot with 그대로일 테니 Since It'll Remain the Same featuring Gist and 한요한. The second song is from Chuherin with Busy Boy. Manban says about the thing you have to place under your speakers, does it have to be soft? Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be soft. As long as it's soft enough to absorb the vibration from the speakers, well, anything would do actually. But dedicated set stabilizers are much more recommended, Manban. And she continued, we need a full hour of this lecture. Thank you so much for enjoying. This kind of feedback means a lot to me and suits as a Sam increasing the demographic of musicians around the world. Well, the thing is, it's not only for the musicians, it's for the music listening enthusiasts out there as well, is because the more you know about music, the better. There's more better way to enjoy music. And Stacy One says, if I use a speaker, I just have my little Sonos portable speakers. I don't have speakers on my computer/monitor. Well, it's not a problem at all, Stacy One. Try to play something under that speaker and it's going to make that sound of that speaker instantly better. Trust me on that. And Wendo says, I know we can't say brand names on air, but wondering which speaker brands are best. Well, just go with whatever suits you best. But the thing is, don't go for something that over exaggerates certain frequencies. Because if you take a look at the market nowadays, a lot of low budget speakers, they tend to exaggerate. They tend to have this low end bump, which means exaggerating the low end a little bit to kind of mimic the balanced sounds that a lot of high end speakers have, and the mid range as well. And the thing is, the brand things. So there are 4 brands that I prefer. I recently added 2 more sets of speakers inside my studio. So the brands I have is JBL, and the specific model is 4411 studio monitor. And the second pair I have is from this brand called Avanton. And the name of that speakers is Mixcube. And the third one, this is the most recent one I got, which is from Ampion with the brand name is the model name is 118. I think that was about it. And the last one I have, this one is my favorite one when I listen to music, which is Yamaha NS10s. But you're going to need a dedicated amplifier for that.